What's up everybody, I'm the White Foot Soldier and this is a review of the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Foot Lieutenant figure by Playmates Toys. I was really excited when I saw this figure to begin with. I was a huge fan of the origami foot soldiers, and the Foot Lieutenant of course is responsible for making those origami foot soldiers. So I was glad that they produced the figure, and I assumed he was coming in wave 2, and sure enough, here he is. So let's have a look at the packaging first. We can see that it says Mystic Monk here. He comes with a few accessories. We do earn the pizza points. I know some of the boxes for certain figures of the basic line were not coming with pizza points. And I got this figure at Walmart. I just stumbled across it during my holiday travels. So I don't know, I can't recall which ones don't come with pizza points, but I know that Walmart figures do. So we'll turn this around and have a look at the back. So we get the bio there. The Foot Clan is a group of evil ninjas bent on taking over New York City. Their leader, the Foot Lieutenant, sports a frightening flaming footprint on his head and brings origami ninjas to life with his strange mystic abilities. So we see here too that the species unknown, the weapons, origami ninja and expert martial arts. What else do we have here? We see down at the bottom the 4 new battle shell figures. The basic line figures, which are already out. Battle shells, I think, are starting to hit stores now. I have not come across any yet, but they are kind of part of this wave 2. And then if we come over to the basic figure villains, we can see all the figures listed there, and Alberto and Foot Lieutenant came together here in wave 2. So let's break open the Foot Lieutenant. Okay, now let's check out the figure out of the package. It does come with the pamphlet, of course. I just looked through it real quick, and there isn't anything actually new that's coming out yet. This is just the pamphlet that actually came with, the other basic figures from the first wave. So I was hoping that we would get a glimpse of maybe some figures that are coming in the future. But as I said, I looked through there and I didn't notice anything new. So let's check out Foot Lieutenant himself. Sculpt is awesome. I think this is a really good interpretation of the figure from the cartoon series. When I saw him in the cartoon series, I really thought he was a really cool character. And as I said, I think that he looks really similar to the cartoon, which I'm always happy with cartoon accurate figures. We can see the footprint on his face, and we can just kind of turn him over and you can see the toes on the top there. His eyes and his teeth are painted yellow, and we can see his wraps are painted on the sides there, and his robes painted some different colors there. We'll just kind of turn it around in the back. I don't really notice anything missing as far as the paint apps go. We get the ninja feet there with the 2 kind of toes. And let's check out the articulation here. We'll start at the top. We get some swiveling in the head. We get ball joints in the shoulders there. Yep, ball joints in the shoulders. Some ball joint actually in the elbow too. And nothing in the wrist, but it's a pretty articulated figure overall. I'm impressed with this. And right by the torso there, we get some rotation in the hip. We get a ball joint, some movement in the knee, and nothing in the ankle. Now this figure, it stands pretty well. Whenever I was just setting him up there, it is obviously a light figure, but it stands better than the origami foot ninja. If you recall my previous reviews, the origami foot ninja kind of have trouble standing up, which is kind of a pain, just kind of how their legs are bent. These legs obviously have the articulation in the knees though, so that allows for some different poses and allows for the figure to stand better than just the sculpted, bent knee that's kind of hard to get him to stand. So I'm glad that that's in there to make this guy stand and look really cool. Let's check out the accessories now. We get 3 different accessories. Kind of get like a sickle here, and they're harder plastic, but they do bend a little bit. Get kind of like a sword and a staff. Now the staff looks like it kind of has like the flaming ends. I think that looks neat. It kind of reminds me of the 2K3 shredder that comes with the staff. And this fits nicely in his hand. Just move it up to where the tape's at. And we'll just pop that in. And it looks really cool, him standing there with the flaming staff. think that's pretty much it. The robe on here is kind of like a rubber. I mean, it moves around, so it's kind of nice. It's not sculpted on to where you can kind of pose his legs out, and it's not going to impede the legs or anything. Just a quick glance here. We obviously get some cool sculpting definition in his arms, kind of a muscular look. His shoulders almost look like, I mean, it looks like there's kind of like the robe underneath there. So it kind of goes to a point, in the shoulders. So I'm assuming that kind of is the robe, but it's obviously doesn't really fit in that well as a robe because it matches his skin tone. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the actual design. I don't know if the back of the box, you see at the back of the box has the actual, no, it looks like they just kind of made it look like that. I was gonna say the actual box art does have that just kind of as his skin. So that's just kind of a different touch, I guess, to make his shoulders look a little pointy. So yeah, so the Mystic Monk Foot Lieutenant is a really cool figure. I'm glad that it saw a release. I thought that it would. In the second wave, we saw it clear back at Toy Fair. And I thought that it was probably gonna be released in the second wave and we didn't see it in the first. Be sure to check out the stores, as this guy is hitting the shelves with Alberto right now. And be sure to check out my next review of Alberto and continue supporting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by watching Rise of the TMNT, along with collecting the toys from Playmates Toys. Thank you very much for watching.